Susan. Arthur has been an inspiration, I think, to many of us. He has always held a special place in my heart. His classes are something I remember, and how many teachers can you say that? How many high school classes can you say that you remember? But Arthur's classes I do remember, because I remember Arthur, and he stuck with me, and I hope to stick with him, and I promise I'll stay in better touch. And regarding that letter that Karen referred to, one that we wrote that he would send to us in 5 years, well, Arthur always fusses at me because I think I'm the only one in his address book that he has to have in pencil, because I've moved around so much. So 5 years after graduation, that letter may have gone out to, what was my address? Somewhere on 75th Road in Forest Hills, but I think I was living overseas or in California, or was it Mexico? I've moved around a lot, and that letter never found me, and gosh, if I could only remember what I wrote. Where's my letter? You owe me a letter, Mr. Krell. Everybody, let's give a really warm round of applause for Arthur Krell.
The class of '88. I'm going to keep this uncharacteristically brief. Teachers, and especially English teachers, have a tendency to be in love with our own voices. So, as I said, I will try to be as quick as possible. Firstly, Karen, McDonald's? Did you really cut my class to go to McDonald's? Wouldn't food have been a better idea? Well, I'm very pleased to be here. There are people in this room about whom I have cared a great deal and have turned out to be happy and successful. There are people in this room who busted my chops on a daily basis for the sheer unbridled joy of it, and turned out to be happy and successful. There are people in this room who are some of the strangest human beings I have ever had the privilege to know, or teach, or be within 10 miles of, and seem to have turned out to be happy and successful as well. There are people in this room, many people in this room, who never, ever knew how smart they were. And I had to tell them on a regular basis, and of course being a teacher, I was right. And they have turned out also to be happy and successful. HillCrest was the last half of what turned out to be a 30-year teaching career for me. And it was a culture shock. After many years in the South Bronx, I came to HillCrest and was confronted immediately with what appeared to be a United Nations. And frankly, I always said that that was the best thing about the place. I am honored by your invitation tonight, and I'm very pleased to be here to celebrate an occasion to look at all of these curiously grown-up people. How the hell did that happen? I'm not any older. I don't know how you managed it. In any event, I wish you continued success and continued happiness. And again, Thank you very much for the invite.